live from the Cherry Bomb Studios. This is Anime Cherry Bomb, your one-stop shop for all anime reviews. I am the lucky survivor of the Yukari Mobile, Aaron, along with Blue Six, or as you may call him, Jay. Jay, how's it going?
It's going good, Aaron. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. Mm-hmm. Had a lot of fun this week.
Yeah, it was a very entertaining week.
And so to jump right in, this week's anime is Azumanga Daioh, that classic anime Azumanga Daioh.
Mm-hmm.
Overlooked. I think it honestly, not a lot of people talk about it. They talk more about Lucky Star than anything. And they're both similar.
Very similar.
Yeah. But I'm pretty sure Azumanga came first. And not that Lucky Star bit off of it, but they're both 4 Koma manga and very similar premises to the both of them.
Yeah.
So let me hit you with this synopsis.
All right.
Very quick, very easy this week.
Yeah.
Azumanga Daioh follows the daily lives of 6 high school girls: Chiyo, Tomo, Yomi, Sakaki, Osaka, and Kagura, and their teachers Yukari and Yamo. So that's the best that we could come up with, because that's
synopsis. Yeah,
that's basically the anime.
Yeah, it's just the daily lives, pretty much a slice of life anime, but it's mostly focused on comedy.
Yeah, so, it's more like making fun of the monotony of life almost.
Oh yeah,
it's making ordinary situations extraordinary, but not even that. It's just like the funniness of the situation. Like, it is a situational comedy.
Yeah, definitely. So you want me to hop into the topics, the facts?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. So Azumanga Daioh is a comedy anime released in 2002. There are 26 episodes. There's 1 movie. What is there another thing?
There was another. I remember.
There might have been an OVA.
Yeah.
So it's based on the manga written and illustrated by Kiyohiko Azuma. Other works include Wallaby. Yatsuba is the one that you're familiar with, right?
Yeah, that's the one. That's her manga right after Azumanga. So really enjoy that one as well.
And it's still going on, right?
Yeah, it's going. I don't know. She's taking her time writing it more, and it's more of a manga than manga style than 4 Koma style.
Is it still comedy?
Yeah, it's still comedy.
Okay.
Slice of life comedy.
And I don't know if you know this, but the first work that she's done was a hentai manga called Inma no Ranbu.
Yeah, you know what? The only reason why I picked Azumanga Daioh is because for some reason I googled Azumanga Daioh, and I ended up finding that she wrote it under a different pen name.
Yeah, it was a different name.
And it was just, I don't know if you looked it up or anything, but it's just weird.
Is it?
Yeah.
I didn't look it up.
Like, it's not weird as in like sexually weird. It's weird to see like
that's what
her drawing character. Like, you can tell that it was from her, and it makes it like, I don't know, it makes it feel weird.
All right. So this anime was directed by Hiroshi Nishikiori, and some of the stuff that he's directed is a certain magical index, Gadgard, and Trinity 7. Are you familiar with any of those?
Yeah, with certain magical index. Yeah. I know that one, but the other Gadgard sounds familiar.
Yeah, Trinity 7
is also familiar. I haven't seen it, but
okay. So the studio was JC Staff, and they've done like stuff like Slayers, Toradora, Golden Time. And I don't know if you know, but this is the studio that's going to be handling the 2nd season of One Punch Man.
Yeah, I know that. I don't know how I feel about that yet. I got to see.
Well, you like Azumanga Daioh.
Yeah, but that was what?
2002.
2002. We're going on almost 20 years now.
You haven't seen any of their newer stuff?
Yeah, I've seen a bunch of the new stuff. Like, I love Toradora.
Oh yeah,
that's.
But how new is that?
Oh, I know. They do a lot of stuff.
That
now.
might be. I think that's like probably 2009 ish.
Maybe.
Or is it newer than that?
No, that has to be a little bit when I was in high school. So it has to be like 09, I would assume.
Okay.
I know I've seen some of the new stuff. I want to say they did no, they didn't. I don't know. They do okay work.
Okay.
I don't mind them.
It's definitely decent enough, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So this was licensed by Sentai Filmworks, and I think I've talked about them before.
Yeah, how I dislike them
Mhm.
immensely.
Yeah.
I think before, did you get their former owners, like who actually dubbed it?
No, I don't.
So it was ADV. So ADV went out of business.
Yeah, I was about to say like they went out of business, right?
Yeah, and they did a lot of old anime.
Mm-hmm.
Also, a lot of like weird, like because they own. Like the reason why they went under is because they tried to open up a network, an anime network, basically.
Oh,
On
something
TV.
like Crunchyroll or something, or
Yeah, but it was on
oh,
TV.
TV network.
Yeah, TV network,
Okay.
where it was just exclusively anime,
Oh.
and it
Wh-
went
what
for a
was-
couple years.
What was it called?
Anime Network. That's why I remember watching anime when I was a really young kid, where I watched like UFO, Ultra Maiden Valkyrie, and like Nanako 6/13 or whatever. It's they're like really niche anime.
Maybe that's why.
It's like 6/17.
Oh.
Fun fact: the reason why it's called that is because she's a 17-year-old girl who gets hit on the head, and then she reverts into her mind that she's only 6.
What the hell?
Yeah, it's weird.
We should probably review that one.
Anime. Oh, there's some when I get into the bag of trash, when I reach into my bag of trash anime, I will let you know.
So the music was done by Masaki Korihara, and the music for this anime was actually from the CD themed after the manga. I don't know if you knew that.
Oh, I know that. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. So I guess like also Yatsuba also has a CD that's like themed after the manga.
JC
And-
Staff needs to get on making that Yotsuba anime.
I know, right?
I would really appreciate that.
But Masaki mostly does music for commercials, from what I could tell.
That's super weird because the music is like a really, really bright spot in this anime.
Oh yeah, it's all like light and playful, I would say.
Yeah, with the winds.
Yeah.
A lot of the wind instruments in there are like super fun.
Mhm.
And every time, I don't know about if it got you every time, but every time it'd go to commercial for the eye catch,
Oh yeah.
and it has that little tune at the end.
Mm-hmm.
The dun 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 dun. Every time. I do it every single time I watched it.
You hum it every time?
Yeah,
Yeah.
every time. I love that little jingle.
Yeah, I actually really like the eye catches in this anime.
Oh yeah, I
They're-
love how many of them there are too.
Yeah,
Like,
a lot of
every
different ones.
character has one.
My favorite is Yomi and Tomo's eye catch, where it's Tomo taking the glasses.
Reaching in to
Grab Yomi's glasses.
and
Yeah.
then Tomo wearing the glasses.
Yeah, it's hilarious.
Oh my goodness.
All right, so back to the
Yeah,
facts.
Back to the facts. Sorry
Okay.
about that.
It's all right. The opening theme and ending themes were done by a band called Oranges and Lemons. This is a duo. They worked on the album Tribute to Azumanga Daioh.
What?
Yeah, I don't. There's an album about this anime, and what's interesting about the album is that there's a soft version of the opening, and there's a acapella version of the ending on that CD.
What?
Yeah, I tried to look for them on YouTube, but I couldn't find them.
I was about to say I really want to hear a acapella version of Raspberry Heaven. That would
Yeah.
have been really cool. I was going to say I really like the ending song for this one. They're both really good. I
Yeah.
really like, but for some reason Raspberry Heaven, the visuals in it are a lot better.
Okay, yeah, I can see that.
Although Azumanga Daioh, there are jokes in the theme song. Like if you look, you can see different jokes happening.
Mm-hmm.
Like the beginning opens with all of them jumping.
Yeah.
And then Tomo getting hit, seeing the title card coming, and then getting hit by it.
Oh yeah.
Like stuff like that makes it a little bit more hilarious. Gets you ready to laugh.
Yeah. And I don't know about you, but the opening theme was super stuck in my head. Like while I was watching this, that Lu la Lu la Lu.
Piano de seca, you know you.
Oh, you actually know the words, huh?
I do know the words. This comes to my favorite analogy where it's like I would never put this on my on my phone, on my iPod, but for the longest time both opening and ending were constant loop on my iPod.
So another thing about oranges and lemons, I was about to say apples and bananas, but
That'll be our cover band.
yeah. So the only thing that I've seen that they worked on besides this anime is the ending theme for Scrapped Princess, but they're
What?
yeah, but it's the same duo, it's the same two people, but they're not under apples and oranges. I keep forgetting their name. It's oranges and lemons.
That's really cool.
Yeah, that's and we've talked about the theme for Scrap Princess before because I remember it was for One Piece. The guy that did the opening for the first opening for One Piece.
Oh, he did.
That band that he's in.
Yeah.
Did the opening for Scrapped Princess.
That's weird.
Yes.
What a small world that is.
I know, right? So for cross media, there are 2 art books. Are you familiar with those?
No.
I don't really have any information on those,
Yeah,
but it's just the art book.
books.
Yeah, it's just the art books. There are some video games. There's 3 official games. The first being on the PlayStation, and it's similar to Mahjong. And the second one is an arcade game, believe it or not, and it's a spin-off of Puzzle Bobble. Have you ever played Puzzle Bobble?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. So it's just them it's the same game, but just them slapped on, and it's actually made by Taito, so it's an official.
Real, so it's an official license.
It's an official Puzzle Bobble game.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, and the third is for the Game Boy Advance, and that's just a card game where you match patterns or something like that.
Yeah, I'm fair. When you mention these games, like I can see, like that they're gonna be, because I was really curious, like what could an Azumanga Daioh game be like? And like I was like, why did I even get my hopes up?
I know, right? I mean, if anybody's out there that has a copy of the Game Boy Advance game, please, I'd like to play it.
Have you tried looking for it?
On eBay, yes, but I don't want to pay the price to ship it because it's from Japan.
Oh, how much was it?
Probably, I know it was like over $30 to get the Game Boy Advance. But the 2 that I've only seen 2 on listings on eBay, and both of them are complete in box. So,
ooh, there you go.
Yeah, so it'd probably be cheaper just to wait for a loose copy.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's definitely a game that I would probably like to try to speedrun, but I don't know how interesting that would be.
I know. Was it 2019 GDQ?
I know, right?
Coming.
So along with the official games, there are also some fan-made games, which is very interesting.
Yeah, you were talking about this earlier.
Yeah, the most notable is the Azumanga fighting game. Where
that sounds. We need to get our hands on that somehow.
I know there is a download place where you can get it. I think it's free. So and the other 2 games are based on episodes. Actually, there's 3 games. Did I say 3?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, 2 of them are based on actual episodes. One is based on the snowball fight episode, where they had the snowball fight. The other one is them playing volleyball. And the last game is a game that's pretty much a clone of Columns on the Genesis. So all those games look pretty interesting.
Yeah, they sound cool.
Yeah, I'd really be interested in playing the fighting game. Maybe that would be something we'd do for the YouTube channel.
If we ever get it off the ground, yep, that'll be up there.
All right, that's all I really have for cross media.
Oh, and then you forgot the thing that's sitting right in the middle of us.
Oh, the manga.
Yeah, the manga, the 4-koma manga that came in a giant omnibus.
Yeah, we have it actually right in front of us.
Right in front of me. Here's the proof. It's big. It's over 500 pages.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's or maybe I lied. Yep, it's 674 pages.
Wow, almost 700 pages.
Almost 700 pages of hilarity ensued.
Yeah, just 4-column manga.
It's great. I love it.
Yeah, you were telling me that like sometimes you just open it up into some random page and
and just start reading.
Yeah,
and it's just it never ceases to make me smile. It's pretty.
That's what's really cool about it is just like you could just pick any page and you don't really. There's no real story to this anime. It's just
sometimes the 4 comas will link together.
Okay.
So like to get the whole joke, like the whole joke spans over, 4 comas.
Okay.
To kind of get it, but most of the time you'll be fine. You can just pick any page and just know who the characters are. A lot of it's just character humor. That's what I like about Azumanga Daioh. And as long as you know who the characters are, because I think I showed you before you watched the anime, and I was like, oh, this one's a good one, and then you read it, and you were like it's whatever.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I remember you showed me something, and I didn't really get it.
Exactly.
But that's like before I started watching.
But now that you know the character, you could probably like, oh, that's
hilarious,
pretty good, yeah.
So you want to jump into the topics now?
So we could jump into topics. I don't really have any general thoughts for right now.
I have some general likes.
Do you want to get to them right now? You got burning likes that you want to get through, or do you think they can wait?
I think they can wait.
Okay. Yeah, no problem. All right, so let's hit art and cinematography.
All right. So this art style was really nice. It's aged well.
Yeah, the only thing that didn't age well to me was the animation quality.
Oh, okay.
The art aged very well.
Mm-hmm.
But like I said, it's very choppy.
Yeah.
In places, and you can see a lot of reused assets in there. Like we were talking about how the evil like cat is on a bunch of stuff.
Yeah. And it's the same like Sakaki doing trying to pet it. It's the same kind of
same animation.
Yeah.
There's also like when a joke is for like a rule of 3, it'll just repeat the same animation over.
Oh yeah.
Or whenever a joke is repeated, they'll just reuse what the first shot was.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot. Also, I don't like the one thing I didn't like also that distracted me a lot was their base models.
What do you mean?
So like when Chio's just standing there, like she's looking straight ahead with a open mouth smile.
Oh, okay.
And that's in like almost every like blank shot, like stock shot of Chio.
It's just
same.
Her smiling.
Her smiling with her
mouth open.
Looking straight forward with her eyes open.
I don't know if you noticed, but like there's a lot of like background shots, so it's like just white with like kind of a little bit of color.
Yeah.
And it reminded me a lot of the stuff from Flint, the Time Detective.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of the same animation techniques. They're around the same age, I would assume.
Yeah.
Because Flint's 99.
Yeah, it's about like 2 years apart.
Yeah. You could tell its age from how it's animated.
Yeah.
And then no, I guess it's more into sound, but I guess it would have been better if we like bought the DVDs.
Oh,
but
yeah.
I don't know if you like the channel that we were watching it on. There's
little buzzing.
Yeah.
There's buzzing, some popping.
What are you gonna do? It's free.
Yeah, exactly. That's not a knock against it. It's a knock of the quality of the YouTube video.
Yeah, exactly. So, do you have anything to say about the cinematography? Because I have some stuff written down about it that I really enjoyed. So this anime, until I watched it, this is like my 3rd or 4th time watching it. Mm-hmm. So I started watching for the little details in it. Okay. And it really amazed me about the little details in here. Yeah. So some of them being like when a character's stretching, you can see like their midriff. Okay. And like normally in like regular anime, even like in today's anime, they wouldn't bother the lifting of the shirt. It's just like, like it's a long shirt or whatever. Mm-hmm. Or I was telling you about how Osaka's broken chopsticks. Oh yeah. So like the original joke is she snaps the chopsticks and they're perfect, and she's like really happy that she broke them perfectly. Yeah. And you would assume the joke is like, oh, she's happy because it's good luck if you could snap them cleanly. Uh-huh. And then like the next skit right after that, I forgot, they're using chopsticks for something, and they're broken. They're completely busted. Yeah. Like they're somebody who snapped and didn't snap them right. And I assume that was Osaka who didn't snap them correctly. So like she was more happy that she broke it cleanly than it was for good luck. Yeah. And I appreciate like that little detail, like that little joke is priceless. That it like builds off from like right there.
Yeah, there's a bunch of little details, and like for like general likes, I really like that there's like callbacks to previous episodes, like in the later stuff.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like especially during the like the special episodes, so like the summer house episodes, like
Mhm.
those are always like referencing themselves back,
Yeah.
or like the next episodes will refer back to the summer house.
Yeah.
Like Cowren looking at the pictures
Uh-huh.
and like freaking out about why wasn't she invited.
Yeah.
The other little detail I really liked, and this one like blew my mind. I don't know if it's gonna blow your mind, but so there's the episode where they're all sitting on the roof,
Yeah.
and Osaka gives out this yawn,
Uh-huh.
and everyone's like, "Oh, what a good yawn!" And then they end up falling asleep. Her, Tomo, and Chio,
Yeah.
and then they wake up and they run down the stairs.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it shows that really cool like corner shot of them running down the stairs.
Uh-huh.
So it shows Tomo first,
Yeah.
and she runs on the outside of the staircase. Then it shows Chio, and then Chio comes. She uses the banister. She uses the shortest way to get across the or get down the stairs.
Yeah.
And then Osaka goes down, and then she zigzags. She like serpentines the. So like it just shows like their personality
Uh-huh.
through that little detail.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, I was really amazed when I seen it, and it's consistent of Tomo like running on the outside, just taking the longest route to get there.
Mm-hmm.
But since she has the most energy, like she's the fastest.
Yeah.
And since Chio's legs are smaller,
Mm-hmm.
she needs to get down faster, and she has to use the banister.
Yeah, she has to hold on
Yeah,
so she doesn't trip.
exactly. And then Osaka's just Osaka.
Just running randomly.
Yeah, exactly. And it's that stuff like that I really appreciate.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Yeah, and it's a scene too. It's not really like they don't want you to see, because they do them one at a time.
Yeah.
But it's a shot that's kind of inconspicuous enough to be like, like it's whatever, it's them running.
Yeah.
But even it turned like them running into a joke,
Mm-hmm.
and it's pretty strong. I thought it was really appreciated.
Yeah, it's really cool. Go watch that episode.
Exactly. I forget what episode that is, but it's a really, really, really great episode.
Mm-hmm. So for art, I really enjoyed the colors. There's a lot of color. It's not doesn't really pop or anything like that, but there's a lot of good use of color. I really like the outfit swapping. There's a lot of different outfits. In this one.
Exactly. It's every time now when I see it, I think of you right away.
Yeah, there's a lot of outfits in this one. And one thing I want to applaud this anime for is that it does a really good job. I don't know if it's due to the art style or something, but it does a really good job of making things really cute and adorable.
Oh yeah, maybe it is the art style.
It might be the writing as well, like a little bit of just like the situation and
yeah, exactly. Well, it gives you really cute characters.
Yeah.
To start off with, you know,
and then it just throws them into a cute situation.
Exactly. Like a lot of stuff with Sakaki. You could say.
Yeah.
Like I know when you first started talking about her, you're like,
Yeah, exactly.
She's kind of boring.
Mm-hmm.
But then as you go on to it, she has like this whole other personality to her.
Mm-hmm. It's like they get like this very bland character to start with. Like a base is just this bland character, but you put her in this situation or you find out like her personality and it makes her like a million times adorable.
Exactly.
Yeah, it does a really good job of making her adorable.
Like she's just as adorable as Chio in different ways. Like it's not in the same way, but it's awesome.
Yeah. So do you have anything else for art?
Nah, just that you can tell it's aged by how it looks, but it doesn't distract from it, I believe.
And speaking of distractions, I really like for cinematography is like when they really want you like to focus on one character or something like that, they'll like white out everything else and just have that character doing something.
Oh yeah.
Or they'll make like if it's like a crowd of people, they'll make the crowd like these like not stick figures, but it's like they look like white gingerbread men.
Yeah. Or I forget what scene it is, but it's somebody falls into like despair and like everything just melts away.
Oh yeah.
Like everything just the people disappear, the background disappears, and then it's just them.
It might be Kaorin. I think
It might be. I wouldn't doubt it.
it's either Kaorin or Tomo.
It has to
I
be.
could see Tomo doing that as well. But what I was thinking of for the white background was the scene where they were playing baseball, and I think it was Sakaki that like popped a fly, and it was going towards Chio, and and that whole background was white, and she's just shifting back and forth, waiting because she was the ball was going towards her, so she was preparing to catch it.
Oh my god! It just smacks her in the face.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Should we move on to favorite character?
Favorites? Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, so every week preface least favorite character. I think we go least favorite character first
Okay.
because we're gonna spend a lot of time on favorites.
Yeah. Even the least favorite characters. I know we say this all the time, but
Yeah,
the least favorite character, they're pretty good still.
exactly. So this one, because all the character for a 4-koma manga, it treats almost all of its characters with like an equal hand, I feel.
Yeah, like every character is almost like a main character.
Yeah, exactly. But the character I dislike the most, just because most of the jokes, or the majority of the jokes I didn't enjoy, came from this character.
Okay.
But I still love this character, and it's Osaka.
Okay.
So a lot of her jokes are word-based puns.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of the word play jokes didn't transfer over quite as well, or translate over quite as well. And I thought at first it was just a translation mistake.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I feel even like in the old days, they wanted to just one for one translate stuff over.
Yeah.
And not adapt it in any way. And that's what a lot of people don't like, that when you adapt dubs, but that's the way that you have to do it. Because then you just get a bunch of Japanese references that you don't understand.
Yeah, because it's not your culture.
Exactly. But they did a good job, because later on there's different translations, things that they did that makes it match.
Okay.
Like I forget. It's when Yukari wants to teach gym class.
Okay.
And she's like, "Oh, I'm
Mia Hamm.
Yeah, she goes, "I'm Mia Hamm."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Oh, that 100% was not in the Japanese dub."
Yeah.
And like,
Mia Hamm's a soccer player.
yeah,
if you didn't
she's
know.
one of the most famous female soccer players
Yep.
in America. And maybe it was in there, maybe it wasn't, but that I really like that translation of that.
Yeah.
Or that adaptation.
Mm-hmm.
And there's some other stuff in there that they adapted wisely, but there's some just jokes that do not translate, and they should have did something with them.
Yeah.
But I would. It's hard, because if it's word based, you got to put a little bit more effort into it.
Yeah. I would have not known what to do with like a word joke.
Yeah,
if I was translating it.
Like, they were literally stuck with the what was that, the sea seal, what was it?
Oh, they were talking about dolphins. It was like sea pig and
sea pig and river pig.
Yeah, is a blowfish, I think.
Yeah, like you can't do anything with you.
Yeah, because they had like the text on the on
kanji
the screen
on there.
Yep.
Unless you cut out that part,
Mm-hmm.
there's nothing you can do about it.
Yeah.
But you still get that really weird joke of Sakaki, right? Or is it Osaka or Sakaki riding on the dolphin?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. What's I gonna say? Hell, I lost it. Oh yeah. So that's why I dislike Osaka.
Yeah. So
she's my least favorite.
Yeah. So for my least favorite, I mean, towards the end, I really actually did enjoy this character, but at the beginning, I was like, this is my least favorite is Kagura.
Oh really? Okay.
Yeah. Just because, well, she's kind of like a less extreme version of Tomo. She's like pretty much the same thing as Tomo, but just just like a little bit more brain power, I think.
I mean, they're both pretty dumb.
Yeah, they're both part of the Knucklehead Club.
The Knuckleheads.
Yeah, but towards the end, I actually really liked her and how like She's like the most emotional out of all of the characters.
Yeah, which is kind of weird.
Yeah.
I really like her being set up as a rival to Sakaki not the culture festival, through the sports festival.
Yeah.
And then like to her introduction when she gets transferred into the class, and like Sakaki doesn't even know who she is.
Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah, but I can see why you could say like she's more of a Tomo clone, but later on she gets more
personality.
Than anything.
Yeah, and she kind of grew on me towards the end.
Yeah. Do you have any more least favorite?
No, that's all I have.
I had to fill in the bubble of least favorites.
Yeah.
All right, so down to our favorites. I'm gonna start with Yukari.
Oh yeah, Yukari is a really good character.
Oh my goodness, and it's not played by Jeremy Lin. It's now it's gonna bug me.
Lucy Christian.
Yes, Lucy Christian. Yep. So she's played by Lucy Christian, and I'm also throw Niamo in here.
Yeah.
Because she's played by
Monica Real.
Yeah, Monica Real. And I told you when we started that this is like Monica Real's 15th voice acting job.
Yeah.
And Lucy Christian's like 10th.
Very early in their careers.
Yeah. But you could tell Lucy Christian, she hit the ground like running.
Oh, yeah.
Real quick. I honestly...
She actually played more than one character.
So did...
Monica.
Yeah, so did Monica. Monica was more... She started more stiff.
Yeah.
I feel in the anime.
She was a little one note at the beginning.
Yeah, but then as it went on, I felt like she warmed up more to the character.
Yeah.
Because I like Monica Ryle more than I like Lucy Christian. I like them... I love them both.
Yeah.
But Lucy Christian like stole the show voice acting wise. In this whole anime, I think she's like the best one out of everyone. And it's kind of cheating because she gets the best character out of all of them. And I don't think there's a single Yukari skit in here. Like I had to nail down what my favorite skit was. There's a lot of Yukari ones I had to cut out because there's almost every time she's on screen, it's gold.
Oh yeah,
100% of the time. Same for Miyamo. She doesn't have a lot, or as much. She's more of a secondary character than anything.
Yeah,
but
it's like a support character kind of.
Yeah, but she's Yukari's like yin to her yang.
Yeah.
And they play off each other very, very well. And I wouldn't mind just watching an anime of like their college days.
Oh, like a prequel?
Yeah, like a prequel anime.
So we could get some of the references that they allude to.
Exactly. Just
like
the love letter.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, and the whole anime starts with Yukari with her bike thing, right?
Yeah, which is kind of cool. I really enjoy that. The anime kind of starts off as her as the principal character. She's all like intents purposes. She is a minor character to the girls.
Yeah,
but she's really strong. Just like the teacher that everyone loves.
Yeah,
but like when you like, she's the kind of teacher where. Everyone had this kind of teacher where you were like, from the outside looking in, you're like, oh, that teacher's so cool. And then you actually get in their class and you're like, oh my goodness, what have I done? Yeah, what is she doing? Yeah, dude, who do you have as some of your favorites?
So, the complete antithesis of you, I actually really like Osaka.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't dislike Osaka. I love her southern drawl.
Yeah. Speaking of that, when they first introduced her, because she was a transfer student at the beginning.
Yeah.
She didn't have an accent. And then another Yukari thing, just telling her to like, oh, you could just talk with your accent. Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it. Yeah.
And I thought that was going to be a joke that like she was like made to be southern, but It actually is her accent. I thought it was gonna be a joke that she was gonna start talking normal throughout the anime, but
it's the Kansai dialect
Mhm.
of Osaka.
yeah.
So it's like, I was telling you this earlier too. I know the other character that I can think off the top of my head that's from Osaka is the tan girl from Love Hina. I don't know if you've ever seen Love Hina.
I've seen a little bit of it.
So there's a character from Osaka,
Mhm.
and she speaks with the Southern drawl as
Okay.
well. A lot of the times in anime, especially in Funimation, you can hear it sometimes whenever a character has a Kansai dialect,
Uh-huh.
and it's kind of important to the plot, I guess.
Yeah.
They always make them have a southern accent.
Yeah, that's very interesting.
And then there's other ones that I can't think of right now, but sometimes they put them as a New York accent.
Oh, okay.
Also,
Like a Jersey, like a I'm
Yeah.
from New York, like Joey.
like Joey, yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Joey from Yu-Gi-Oh. If you
Yeah,
didn't know.
exactly. Yeah, but going back to Osaka.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's great. She's funny. There's a lot of great. There's also what I don't like about. I guess I can go, but what I don't like about her too is a lot of her jokes are like straight man jokes.
Like, what do you mean?
So like it involves I don't know if you ever heard like what a straight man is.
No.
So straight man is like, so if me and you were doing a comedy duo, right, and I was
Yeah.
the straight man, that means like you're telling the jokes. Like I'm usually the butt of the joke.
Oh, okay. I understand what
Like
you're
it's
saying.
my reaction that's the
The
joke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's what a lot of her jokes are kind of like based on.
Mm.
I don't know. There's some of it work. Her character works.
Mm-hmm.
I would say.
Yeah.
Uh,
Well, one thing that I really enjoy about Osaka is like, well, in general, what I like about all the characters is like the combinations when like it's just like two characters by themselves and like their
yeah.
what's
The
the word?
circle.
Not their circle. They're like
Describe
the way the two people complement each other.
Uh-huh.
Like I like the combination of Osaka and Chiyo.
Okay, like the duo.
Yeah, like how they react to each other. It's like they're both like every time you see them two together, it's like either like, oh, they're running together and they're both slow,
Yeah.
or when they're doing sports together, like they're both getting hurt.
Oh, okay.
That's what I like about like a lot of the things with a lot of the
So
characters.
it's just the character interactions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like to call them like combinations, like
Yeah.
like Sakaki and Chiyo. It's always like something about the way their height.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like I forgot what the scene was where they were together, but it's always something to do with height and stuff.
That one's the one where the classic skit of so yeah, Chio, you're really small and Sakaki's grown. Maybe she's taking your height from you.
Oh yeah. That's the
yeah.
one.
She's like, give it back.
Yeah, she's jumping.
Yeah, just please give it back.
Mhm. Or when to emphasize how Chio was small, she rides on Mr. Tadakichi
Exactly.
when they're walking him.
Oh my goodness! And then just Sakaki's just jealous
Yeah.
that she can ride on him.
Mm-hmm. Just those combinations are really cool.
Yeah. There's also if we're talking about combinations, I don't think there's any better combination than Kaorin and
Sakaki?
No, well, Kaorin and Sakaki won.
Oh, and you're talking about Karen and what's the teacher's name?
Yeah, I was gonna say Nakamura. It's
It's something with a K, right?
yeah, it's,
I have it written down.
Kimura.
Yeah, Kimura.
Kimura
Kimura.
Sensei. Yeah, Kimura. Him and Korin together is like comedy gold.
Oh yeah,
And he's
definitely.
just such a creep, Kimura.
I really like that they had the same shirt on during the school trip.
Oh my god. She's like, my favorite one is like Kaorin is like, hey, do you like my shirt, Sakaki? She goes, yeah, but look over there.
Mm-hmm.
And then Kimura turns around and he has the same shirt on.
Yeah, Kimura like has like a special thing with Karen.
Oh my god.
I mean, he likes all teenage girls, but
some reason he's picking on her. Yeah.
It's like special attention to her.
And then I like that Kimura also has like a hot wife, and everyone's like, how?
Yeah,
She must be a saint to put up with them.
yeah. Another thing about them two together is I think it was the last episode for graduation, and Kimura was like, "We'll still be together, Karen," or she says something like that, right?
Yeah.
It's a freaking hilarious.
Oh my goodness. He's such a weirdo. Do you have any other favorite? Yeah, I mean we can spend all day talking about almost every character.
Yeah.
Like
Chio.
Chio's
freaking
awesome, very adorable.
Mm-hmm.
I think Yomi by herself and Tomo by himself aren't really strong characters. But whenever they're together, it's like one of the strongest combos.
Yeah, definitely.
Like that for sure. That is a straight man combo right there.
Yeah.
With
Yomo being like the voice of reason.
Yomi being the straight man and Tomo just bouncing jokes off of her.
Mm-hmm.
Very, very, very great. I love it. Do you got anyone else in particular you want to talk about?
Well, Sakaki is pretty.
Oh yeah, Sakaki. She's great. Her
Yeah.
interactions with animals, particularly.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
One of my favorite Sakaki moments is when Kaorin showing her her cat had kittens.
Oh yeah.
And she was like, "Oh, if I wanted copies, do I just write it in the bag?"
Yeah, exactly.
That, and then her love of stuffed animals.
Oh
it's
yeah.
like really cute.
Yeah.
When she's like, "Oh, we can make a stuffed animal museum, and the stuffed animals can make friends with each other."
Mm-hmm.
It's like, "Oh, that's really cute."
Yeah,
and then
super cute.
and then when she makes the pair
Mm-hmm.
of the dog and cat,
Oh yeah.
like she can't stand one. Not like she's like, "You sure you don't want both?"
Yeah.
And like she's just super super sad.
Yeah.
When
she's like super attached to these things that she makes up these stories in her head that they're supposed to be together.
Yeah, and there's the one with she gives Chio a bear or kind of I think it's like a stuffed animal for her birthday. And then she goes, "Oh, what should I name it?" And then like right away she has a name for it already.
Yeah,
like she already named it.
Mm-hmm. One thing I really liked about her is when she spent the night at Chio's house and she was like rolling around with Maya.
Oh,
yeah, super cute. And then she got all embarrassed and just sat normally.
No, poor Maya. That part made me so happy that finally she was able to pet a cat.
Oh yeah.
Oh my goodness.
And it's this freaking wild cat.
Exactly.
Have you seen what they actually look like, these cats?
They're
like they're not humongous, but they're like super scary looking.
What's really cool is I don't know if they showed it in the anime, I can't recall, but in the manga there is a there's a wildcat version of Neko Koneko.
Is there?
Yeah.
The white one?
Yeah. There's a wildcat version. And it looks pretty cool. So it remind me after this. I'll show you. It's pretty neat.
All right.
Do
you have any more favorites?
Like I said, we could spend all day talking about everybody. But I have my fill. I don't know if you have anybody else you want to shout out.
We pretty much like mentioned everybody. Osaka, Chio, Sakaki, Tomo, Yomi, and even the minor characters like Yukari.
Yeah.
Nyamo, Kimura, Kaorin.
Yeah, I'm satisfied with it.
Yeah.
So, the worst episode this week we decided to do something a little bit different.
Oh wait, what about the most underutilized character?
Oh, so this week we are debuting a new topic, most underused character.
Yeah.
And I know which one you're gonna choose, so you can go ahead and go first.
I actually changed it.
Okay.
Well, the one that you're referring to is at first I was gonna say Mr. Tadakichi.
Mr. Tadakichi's the greatest.
Yeah, I really liked Mr. Tadakichi. Going off topic, one thing I really like about one scene that I like with Mr. Tadakichi is when Sakaki first meets him.
Oh,
and she just pets him for like 30 seconds or something. It's like a really long scene of just her petting it.
Just quietly petting.
Yeah.
She's like, maybe we should get going.
That's one general thing that I really like is like long pauses like that. It's like just to emphasize of what's going on.
Yeah.
This anime does a good job of that.
I mean, it's a good cost cutting
Yeah,
measure also.
Mm-hmm.
But it adds more to the scene.
Yeah, without really doing anything.
But yeah, so who was your most underutilized character?
I put Kaurin as my most.
I could see that. I would.
I would have loved to see more of her.
More her and Sakaki together would have been really great.
Mm-hmm.
I really wanted to see more her and Kimura during the third year when she's by herself.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I thought that was a really great opening to more jokes.
Yeah.
She probably is mine too. I didn't give really much thought to this one because I feel this anime does everybody justice. Like, almost everybody gets
their moment in the sun.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, more Kaurin would have been super great.
Yep. Like, just more of her and Kimura in the third year of school would have been.
Or like her at astronomy camp.
Oh yeah, that would have been nice.
That'd been pretty cool. Just a little
just
side.
How depressed she must have been at astronomy camp.
Exactly. All right, so we said before this week we did something a little different with worst episode. Uh-huh. So we're doing it by skits this week.
Yeah.
So there aren't a lot of misses in skits, I feel. I mean, there's someone that missed the joke.
Yeah.
But most of the time, the joke is character interaction. So even if you don't get the joke is more that people are interacting with each other.
Yeah.
But the jokes I mentioned earlier that don't land, that don't sit with me well, are any of the almost all of the like kanji based puns.
Yep.
They just don't translate whatsoever. And like even those ones, I never really found myself like really laughing at the end of them.
Yeah. So like we mentioned one example of like the sea pig and the river pig one. One that really I didn't like it, and they really used this joke a lot, was when they went on to the school trip and Osaka was talking about the statues and how would you say this in whatever language that they were trying to say. It's like none of those really hit home.
Oh, speaking of that one, I also quote that episode a lot with my friend. I was quoting it yesterday a lot.
What part?
The wildcat. So it's like the Sata Anagi.
Oh yeah.
That I'll do that, and then also go. Oh, it's Chinsko. Chinsko. Hey Yomi. It's Chinsko. Chinsko. So you gonna buy it or what? It's Chinsko. Just how annoying she is.
Yeah.
That scene is hilarious.
Like even on the airplane, she was saying stuff like that.
She had another gift.
Yeah.
Airport gift. I don't know. Do you have any other least favorite? I mean,
that's all I really have is just those.
Yeah,
those are like the only two that come to mind. Just the wordplay.
The wordplay, yeah. Well, like I told you, the Blue 3 one earlier.
Oh yeah.
Like that one's funny if you get the context of what they're talking about.
Yeah. You're saying you're supposed to say it with like a
Japanese accent, and with the Japanese accent, it sounds like Bruce Lee.
Yeah.
So Blue 3.
Mm-hmm.
So it kind of sounds like Bruce Lee.
Yeah.
And then
yeah, and like how would you know that without like doing research or something?
Kind of sidebar side note. I actually really like weird Japanese puns like that in English. Like one of my favorite one is there's this anime. It's called To Love Ru. And the subtitle to it is Trouble. So like for the longest time, I could not understand why Trouble was underneath it. But then for some reason, I was like doing like a mock Japanese accent, and I said To Love Ru and with a Japanese accent, and it's Turabru.
Yeah, it sounds like trouble.
Trouble.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, that's pretty genius. That's genius. Like wordplay. All right, so I have a bunch down for my favorite skits.
All right, hit me with one.
All right, so speaking of underused Quarren, so Quarren with the culture festival dance. Oh no, there's a sports festival dance. The first one.
Yeah.
Of she finally gets to dance with Sakaki and she's so happy. And then it just all comes crumbling down to earth when Kimura. It's just a dance with Kimura.
is the next one.
Oh my goodness. I had never laughed so hard in my life.
Just the fact that like she used the same words like I could die when she was so happy
Yeah.
with Sakaki, and then
She's
when
like, I could die.
just kill me, just die.
Oh, then it just ends with the classic of, so, are you having fun, Crawrin? So only my friends can call me that. Great.
So for me,
we can go ahead and trade because I got a bunch.
All right. So the first one that I wrote was Osaka and Chiyo practicing volleyball.
Oh my god, where they're just
hitting each other in the face over and over again,
or like overshooting each other.
Yeah.
Oh, don't worry, I'll get it. Oh my goodness. The other one, another Korin great one, is the three-legged race.
Oh yeah.
Here in Sakaki.
Uh-huh.
We were just quoting that one before we started too.
Yeah.
Of just Karin hissing at her partner, and then like finally doing it, and she's just so happy.
Yeah.
And then they get first place, and she's just super excited about it.
Yeah.
Also, if you don't mind me going a second time. Real quick.
Go ahead.
Yeah. All three of the Summer House episodes are just gold.
Mm-hmm.
Classic. Both times with the Yukari Mobile.
Yeah.
The we ain't afraid of roller coasters anymore. Great line. There's also Chiyo. It's like, it's not that she goes too fast. Sometimes she goes too slow. And sometimes I don't think she notices the other cars around her. And sometimes she doesn't see the pedestrians.
And then she's like talking about like, watch out, Grandma.
Watch out, Grandpa. Watch. Exactly. There's also the weird Sakaki picture with the ghost.
Oh, yeah.
That they talk about.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh, wow, you must be lucky. Oh, great character writing.
Mm-hmm. One that I have is the first time we see Yukari and Niyamo outside of the school, and Yukari leaves Naomi with a foreigner.
I have that one written down on mine too.
Yeah, it's hilarious that, especially when Yukari starts talking with the foreigner, and they start laughing, and Naomi's like, "What are you guys talking about? Why are you laughing?" And Yukari is like, "Oh, in his country, PE teachers are stupid too."
Oh my god! Going back to the Summer House episodes, my favorite one is probably the third one where Yukari is like, "Oh, if you have any questions, don't be afraid to ask." And then they ask Niyamo the math question, and she's just like freaks out because she's like, I could do this before. Don't
believe
don't
me. I used to know how to do this.
Exactly. And then Yukari like puts her down because she's an English teacher, and she's like, guys, don't listen to her.
Yeah, she's just like spouting nonsense that sounds smart.
Exactly. And then just the end joke of like, hey guys, do you want to learn how to juggle?
Yeah. And then Chiyo's like, can you teach me how to juggle?
She's like, you don't have to be so kind. That, and then also Niyamo's like really my favorite character in those summer episodes, because then there's the one in the second one where she gets drunk and explains the birds and the bees to the kids. And it's just classic comedy gold that you don't even have to see what she's saying. You just look at the
reactions.
That's great cinematography when you can turn off the sound and where there's no sound and you still can get the joke.
Yeah.
And just there, Niyama like waving her hands and like the kids' faces like gradually blushing more and more.
Yeah. They actually do that a couple of times where they take out the audio and you just have to not really figure out, but you try to know what is going on. They kind of like leave it up to you to like figure out what's going on.
Well, one of my favorite one of those scenes that you're talking about is it's actually a really great cinematography choice. Is when Yomi doesn't go to the theme park.
Oh yeah,
and then Tomo is just talking over Chio giving Yomi the gift,
Yeah.
and then it's just like kind of subtitled
Mm-hmm.
to where like you can't really hear what they're saying. You just hear Tomo like talking crap about how fun it was.
Yeah. And it's like slow motion of her like turning the cup to see what was on it.
Yeah, exactly. What gives that, I think, gives that skit more like hilarity to it
Mm-hmm.
too than like it being just quiet and her seeing it and freaking out.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, there's a lot of great skits in here. There's oh man, it's Yukari when it's Nyamo's birthday and the kids get her that nice purse,
Oh yeah.
and then she's just telling those kids that they're telling Nyamo's kids that, yeah, so what, the bag's stupid anyway.
Yeah.
And then just being really, really salty that her kids didn't get her anything.
Yeah.
Because her birthday falls during
The break.
summer break.
Yeah.
That one's really good. The other one I really love is anyone with father in it. Chio-chan's dad.
Yeah.
Chio-chan's father. Oh, great! I love him.
That's another
Underutilized character would have been father.
Yeah.
But he's in it so randomly.
Yeah.
Like I don't understand like that choice of shots of it, just having him like randomly
floating by.
by. It's such a weird choice.
Mm-hmm.
Dang it! I had another one. Oh, so speaking of Chio-chan's dad, another really favorite one I really liked was the first time they meet. He meets Sakaki meets Chio-chan's dad in her dream, her New Year's dream, and the penguin maid.
Oh yeah.
Just knocking over the bucket of water.
Yeah.
And then it's just silence for like 10 seconds. Like you said, like the silence of that still frame of like nothing happening.
And everything was white, right?
And extends the joke.
Yeah.
And then Chio just ends it with, yeah, she's a little slow. A genius.
Mm-hmm.
You have any other ones you want to mention?
One joke that I really related to, and I found it hilarious, was the dustpan joke where they were cleaning.
And Osaka
classroom.
just keeps on backing up.
Yeah, I could really related to that joke.
God, I think that's the great part about this anime. There's just really relatable comedy in it.
Yeah. That's probably the most relatable joke that I have. It's just like it's so hard to like just dust something into the pan. And that just takes it to an extreme where she goes outside of the classroom and down the hall.
Going down the hall.
Yeah.
Oh man, there's also like Tomo carrying the water buckets, and she's like, "No one told her to go do that." And she did it anyway. And
I forgot about that one.
Yeah, that's an early one.
Yeah.
And like she just freaks out and drops all the water on the floor. There was one I didn't write it down, and I forget what it is, but a lot. Like I said, sometimes I'll just scroll through the book and you find a great
something
gag.
from the anime or something new. Probably.
Yeah, exactly. Something not from the anime.
Yeah.
There's a lot of great ones that didn't make it into the anime, which I wish they did.
Another one that I really liked was when Chio was by herself in the house and she wanted to go to the convenience store.
Oh, and she's running to the lights.
Yeah, she's running to the lights.
And then she gets to the end of it, and
it's like a really dark, long stretch of houses.
So that's what I wanted to mention. You actually reminded me. So I am gonna kind of cheat on this one.
Okay.
And it's episode 17. It's that episode where that skit's in. Every skit in that one has a theme to it. And not all of them, except for the summer ones or the school festival ones, or the sports fest stuff. There's themes to each of the skits. The one I'm pretty sure it's 17 has like one of my favorite themes, and it's on like growing up.
Yeah.
And it's really, really like strong.
Is this the episode that you told me that like this one was like a 10 out of 10 episode?
Yeah, it was a really good episode.
Yeah.
So this is the episode where it's like it opens up with Benamo has she got that letter from her mom. She's talking to her mom on the phone,
Yeah.
and it's about the arranged marriage. And she's like, "You're not gonna be young forever."
Yeah.
And then I think Kagura asked the whole group like what they wanted to do, or like how are they gonna grow up, and it's just like every skit has to do with becoming an adult, like becoming an adult or dealing with certain emotions, and it's like I don't think it's a particularly funny episode. Like there are some funny bits in it, but it's more of the theme of the night, and the episode's probably the most quiet of all of them too.
It definitely is, especially like towards the end when like Chiyo and Kagura are together and they're just talking about like the future and what they want to do.
Yeah, exactly. Then there's also the Nyamo and Yukari on that group date that they totally fail.
Is this the episode where we find out that Yomi writes to the radio station?
Yes, that's part of it too. Like that scene is all like all the gags in that one. Some of them gags don't work in almost every episode. There's at least one, I think.
Yeah,
I think every gag and every skit in that one's like really strong. And I really, really enjoyed that episode.
Yeah. That Yomi and Tomo part was really good as well. It was like you said, quiet during most of it.
Yeah.
But it is a funny scene when you find out that Yomi was the one writing to the radio station.
Yeah, exactly.
What was her pen name?
Sad Little Diet Girl. Or is it like Sad Little Diet Girl or Crying
Diet
Little
Girl?
Diet Girl.
That's funny. So another scene that I really enjoyed was when it was like I think it was after like summer break or something, and Yomi was asking everybody what they did in the summer to like kind of like brag of that she went on an airplane somewhere.
Yeah.
And then like all the scenes like right after that of like how jealous Yukari was and Tomo was.
Yeah, she's like, it was all you can eat crab.
Yeah.
All you can eat, and then both of them just pissed at her.
Yeah.
Also, I guess because I don't want to recite all of the summer ones because like all of them are gold. But the ones that I really like is from the first summer episode where Yukari is like, "Oh, where's everybody going this summer?"
Yeah.
And he's like, "Oh, well, me and my family are going to Rome." He's like, "Oh, isn't that nice?" It's like, "Oh, well, I'm going to an astronomy camp." It's like, "Oh, isn't that nice?" And then Chio's like, "Miss Yukari, where are you going?" She's like, "Oh, I'm going to the moon." and then when they come back, and it's just like, "Oh, how was everybody's summer vacation?" The guy's like, "Oh, some things came up, so we couldn't go to Rome." And she goes, "Oh, well, isn't that too bad?"
Yeah.
And he's like, "Oh, I just went to astronomy camp. Well, isn't that too bad?" Great.
Didn't she like make them stay behind class after class was over to do something?
Yeah, just because it's mean.
Yeah.
She's a horrible teacher.
All right, so that's all I really have for favorite. I mean, the whole anime is really good.
Yeah, it's very strong.
Yeah, we were just picking. We're like just skimming the surface of what this anime has.
Exactly. Like we probably mentioned between the two of us, like maybe around 20 skits. I say we mentioned about 20 skits right now. There's about like 10 an episode. There's a lot in one episode, and all of them are very strong, except for the wordplay ones, which are so much. But there's a lot more hits than there are misses in here.
Definitely.
Do you have anything you want to say?
Like generally?
Yeah.
Well, for one thing, I really like the pacing of this anime.
I thought it was. I mean, I really like how you travel with these girls 3 years. I really like that, but I felt like the time jumps were really big. Like, okay, here's summer break. Next episode, oh, we're in Christmas already.
Oh yeah.
I kind of didn't enjoy that. I would have liked a little more time in between events.
Yeah.
But
for pacing, I'm just talking about like the jokes and like how.
Oh yeah, but Yeah. Okay. My bad. Sorry.
Yeah, but still, that does. You're right about what you're talking about.
Yeah. Like I said, it is kind of weird. Not weird, but yeah, the pacing and the delivery of the jokes is very good.
Yeah, and the writing is also very fantastic. It's like it makes you really connect with the characters.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm surprised because I think this was dubbed in '04. I want to say.
Oh really?
Yeah, and that's not a good time for for dubbing
yeah.
whatsoever. And they did a really really good job with it, and I can appreciate.
Yeah, definitely.
Like I said, there are some translator things and some adaptation things they could have fixed or couldn't have fixed. I don't know what they could have done, but it's really good. I liked it. I don't really even have any general. I think I've.
I have a few more.
Yeah, go ahead.
I really like the running gags that
Yeah.
Like the one that I really enjoy is Chiyo and Osaka stretching. And how Osaka is always
stiff.
stiff. Like at first that's just one of the skits is just how unflexible she is. But then later on, you like during the sports fest, like you in the background, you see them doing the same thing.
Right.
Of like Chiyo trying to make Osaka stretch and nothing's going on. There's no give.
Yeah, and then there's also the Mr. Tadakichi and Sakaki interactions that it first starts off with like they just run into each other.
Yeah.
And then I think in the second one, right away when she gets there.
Yeah, she's like there early.
Yeah, she's there early just to hang out with Mr. Tadakichi. And then the last time, like
they don't even mention it. She's just there with with Mr. Tadakichi in the background.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's a great joke. Another really good one is the one that comes up every Culture Fest, and it's the suggestion box.
Oh yeah.
Where like, that was another really strong skit when they're emptying the suggestion box out, and then the 5 yen drops out.
Yeah.
And then Tomo goes and she picks it up and puts it back in her pocket.
That's hella funny.
But then
the second time she wanted to put
it, but Yomi was like, "Don't think about it."
Yeah.
And she already had the coin in her hand. Really, really strong. It gives what's the word, like more continuity to it, that these jokes come back up. Kind of like how like Friends do joke around and keep bringing up like the same jokes, which is
it definitely rewards you for like just watching it like periodically. Oh
yeah, it's great. Maybe even if we watched it like originally, like week by week, maybe you wouldn't pick it. Maybe even more like euphoria for those repeated jokes later on. Because like, I remember when they did that like 2 months ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. You got anything else you want to?
Well, that's all I really have. Do you have any like general dislikes about the anime?
Just how cheaply it's made in points.
I guess so, yeah.
That's the only thing I really have wrong with it. There's some dubbing acting I have issue with.
Oh yeah, I've mentioned to you that I heard some like some mispronunciations and stuff like that. Or what was it that I told you about?
I think it's something someone said like what happened.
Yeah,
but it was like the wrong tense of the word.
Yeah, they used the wrong tense.
Yeah, it's weird. Anime's weird that way. I really don't have any much more to say.
Yeah, I think that's about it.
So accessibility, anybody can watch this anime.
Yeah, I would recommend that if you have the means, buy the DVDs.
Yeah.
Because if you're gonna watch it on YouTube, even if you are gonna watch it on YouTube, it might not be there forever. So
exactly. I mean, we got lucky enough. I think that person uploaded them in October of last year. So
that's a new upload.
Yeah, exactly.
So who knows how long it's gonna stay up there?
That's probably why the audio is probably messed up on some of them, because it's just been ripped so many times.
Maybe, or maybe it's done intentionally to get around copyright.
Maybe. Then why wouldn't all of them be that way?
Well, I guess so, huh?
Because that's what I thought originally too, but
some of them are actually good
normal
audio.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they're not making money off of them, so like, why would you?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe YouTube sometimes distorts it. I think too. So maybe it went through the filter and it just caught those episodes for some reason.
Yeah.
Um,
But anybody could watch this anime.
yeah, it's great. I would jumping a little bit ahead. I would recommend anybody watch this anime.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't know if I'd recommend anybody watching this anime. This is almost like an anime lovers anime, I would think. Like, I don't know. What would you say? I think if you get anime,
yeah, then you definitely would want to watch this.
yeah.
But I would still say that, like, if you like never watched anime before and you want to like dip your toe into it, this is a okay one to start off with. Oh yeah, it's an easy watch.
If you like, honestly, like if you like The Office or like any situational comedy,
yeah,
you would like Azumanga Daioh because that's all it is.
Yeah,
it's just character and situational.
You don't really need to pay attention most of the time because there's no like really plot to it
going on.
Yeah,
you could watch these kind of mindlessly and still enjoy. Still enjoy. Like I said, and the dub is really good. The sub is also really good. Yeah, but I just really like the dub. It's one of the first dubs I really, really enjoyed. Yeah, like this dub and the Haruhi dub were like the two dubs that changed my mind about
subs and dubs.
Yeah. Rewatchability high,
super
really
high. I would definitely watch this again.
Yeah, I don't know. There's much more to say about it. This is like my fourth time watching it, and I'd love it. Changes we would make. All right, Jay.
Yeah, you have a change that you would make?
I don't even want to say less word puns. More budget. That's it.
Oh yeah,
give it more budget. But it doesn't even need budget. That's the thing. Yeah, it does so well without it. Just that, to me, because I'm just picky, and I see stuff that just annoys me.
I definitely would think that you wouldn't laugh more if it looked nicer.
Nah, it's just less distracting.
Yeah,
to me, to somebody who gets
nitpicky
about animation. Do you have anything you would change?
I would just say like make it longer, maybe adapt more of the manga.
Oh yeah, you know that's a good change.
Yeah,
and like I said earlier, I'd like a little bit more time in between. I would have loved to see 3 Christmas episodes.
Oh yeah, that would have been good
instead of just the one middle one.
Just more holidays.
In
it would have been nice to see like a test of courage episode or something.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't have mind that. So what's the rating, Jay? I think this is a pass. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay away from this one.
Yes. You heard it just here, kidding, folks. Pass on this anime. Just kidding. It's high recommendation.
Super recommend this one.
Pretty sure it shot up both of into our top 10.
Yeah.
I think it might even be in my top 5. It might be in my top 5. But it's really good. I really, 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 really like this anime. And it reminded me why I really like it. This is a high recommendation.
Yeah, super recommend this one. So you heard it here first. Sorry, I have hay fever. Sorry.
All right, Jay. So now that Azumanga has now been put away,
back on the shelf
where it belongs, on the top, high enough to where Chio can't reach it. What do we have in store for us next week?
All right, so I'm picking one. I made a list like when we started this anime of just stuff that I want to do, stuff that I found interesting. So I just picked one, just not really randomly. I did research it just a little bit just to make sure that like I actually did want to watch this one. So this one's called it's gonna be hard to pronounce. Horu Musuko Wandering Sun. Have you ever heard of this one?
Never heard of it.
It's on Crunchyroll. It's about 2 transgender teens entering middle school, I believe, and just like some of the challenges that they face.
Wow, that sounds actually really interesting.
Yeah, and I guess it was like the manga was like a bestseller somewhere. I don't know if it was in Japan or here, but I was actually looking for it at Barnes and Nobles to see if it was there. I didn't find it, but yeah, it's an interesting one. The art style is actually pretty cool looking. I think it's like watercolor looking.
Okay.
So it's like a very light anime. art style wise.
Okay.
So that's all I really know about it, but I think it's a pretty interesting topic.
Yeah, I'm.
Or plot.
It has me intrigued. I don't think I would ever by myself watch it.
Yeah.
But this is what this
is what this
podcast
is about. To
right?
watch a random anime.
Exactly.
And rate it.
So, as it is every week, that was a podcast.
Yep.
Subscribe to us on SoundCloud and YouTube. And Jay, I hear you have an announcement for us.
We're officially on iTunes now. So
Hype.
Yep. So if you use iTunes, go ahead and I don't know if you follow on there.
Yeah, subscribe, rate us.
Yeah.
Leave a comment.
Yeah, leave a nice review for us.
We'd appreciate it. Any feedback?
It definitely helps if you leave a high review.
Any feedback you have for us, just let us know. It'll be great for everybody.
Yeah, you can comment on all 3 platforms that we have now: YouTube, SoundCloud, iTunes.
If you have any idea, if you want us to review an anime, we will take it into consideration.
Yeah, I'll add it to the list.
Yep. Do what you gotta do. Pitch it to us.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll pick it.
Yep. Share us with your friends. Share us on Twitter or whatever you guys.
Twitter, Facebook,
whatever you want to do.
Take a picture of the podcast, put it on Instagram.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Make sure to put a filter on it. Put the dog ears on the podcast.
Oh yeah, I'll put it on Snapchat.
Well, that's it, everybody. Thanks for listening.
Yep. Thanks, you guys. Later.